Hi there, in this lecture and in the coming ones, I will talk about the optimization and delivery section at the ad set level. This section is a little bit big, that's why I have divided it over several lectures. This way, it would be easier for you to understand all what's in here. Optimization for ad delivery. In this section, you choose the optimization for your ad delivery. If you choose leads as an objective, you don't have to worry about optimization and delivery because Facebook will show your ads to the right people to help you get the most leads. If you choose conversion as a campaign objective, then here you will be choosing between these options: conversions, landing page views, link clicks, impressions, and daily unique reach. So which one to choose? As a general rule, I always recommend you to select the option that's the most closely aligned with your top level goal. In our case, it would be definitely conversion. You should know that Facebook do not show your ads to all your audience. In your audience, there is a segment of people who are more likely to click on ads. There is a segment of people who are more likely to comment or like your content. And there is a segment who is more likely to convert, and there is also a segment who does nothing. When you choose conversion, Facebook will show your ad to people who are most likely to convert, and this will give you the best results. Let's move to the second option, which is the conversion window. It's a very important section, so get your pen and your paper and start taking notes. Here you have 4 options. You have 1 day after clicking, 7 days after clicking, 1 day after clicking or viewing, 7 days after clicking, or 1 day after viewing. I know all of them seems difficult and you are wondering now, what's that? My head is spinning. Well, take a deep breath and calm down. We made this detailed and animated course to save you any frustration. What you are feeling now as hard and complicated will be crystal clear at the end of this lecture and the coming ones. We will start by reading what Facebook tells us about conversion window. Select the amount of time it typically takes for someone to complete a valuable action, conversion, after clicking or viewing your ad. We use data generated using this time frame to optimize ad delivery. For example, if your conversion window is 1 day, we'll optimize by using data from conversions that occurred within 1 day from someone interacting with your ads. To find out which conversion window is best for you, ask yourself this question: when do I expect a person to complete a purchase? To make things easier, I'm going to give you a real example. Let's consider that you are selling high-ticket items. Let's say you are selling computers at $1,000. A person waiting for his train to arrive saw your ad on his mobile. He liked the PC you are selling, he clicked and went to the website. Most probably, he will not buy directly. He will think a bit, he will check out the features of the PC you are selling, and maybe, just maybe, he will add it to his cart. Then, he will close your website because the train came and it's time to leave. The next day, he went to his office and did some research about the computer he saw. And after 3 days, while sitting with his wife, he saw your ad again and remembered that he needs a PC. He discussed this matter with his wife and decided to pull up his credit card and buy it. In this case, the purchase conversion happened 4 days after clicking the ad. If you think that this scenario might happen often with what you are selling and your audience might need a couple of days after clicking on your ad to take the decision to buy, then you should choose a 7 days conversion window after clicking. Because if you choose a conversion window of 1 day after the click, then Facebook will not attribute the sale to the click that happened at day 0 because the purchase happened outside the conversion window. And this is a very important data we need in order to let Facebook knows which type of people are more likely to convert. So if the purchase happened after 4 days and we chose a 1-day conversion window, we are telling Facebook to not count this purchase in his optimization. So imagine that the majority of people buys your product after 3 days. All these sales will not be taken into account for optimization, and Facebook will not attribute the sale for the click. Facebook will consider that the sale happened by coincidence and it's not related to the click that the customer did on your ad. Facebook will not add them as data and will not be using them for optimization, and this is extremely important because if Facebook had taken into account this data of your buyers, Facebook would be able to search for people who are similar to your buyers and try to sell them. By telling Facebook to consider a 1-day conversion window, you are telling Facebook that the majority of your sales conversions happen in the same day people click on the ad. And any sales conversion that happens outside this window is just a coincidence. So in this case, you will lose data. That's why if you think that your audience will take a couple of days to buy after clicking on your ads, then it's better to choose a 7 days conversion window. Let's consider another scenario where you are selling a $7 product. Honestly, a $7 product doesn't require 3 days of thinking before buying. If something costs $7, most probably a person will take a buying decision directly in the minutes or hours after clicking, either to buy or not. If you expect the majority of people to buy in the same day after clicking, then you should choose a 1-day conversion window. Some people try to outsmart Facebook by putting a conversion window of 7 days, thinking that this way Facebook will gather all the data possible. Well, this is not something I recommend you to do, because this might cause you troubles in your ads, and let me explain why. If all the purchases are supposed to happen up to 1 day after clicking, and if someone bought after 5 days due to a coincidence and not because he saw your ad, Facebook will register this buyer even though he didn't buy because of your ad, and this might ruin the optimization of your ad because Facebook collected irrelevant data. Besides, if someone saw your ad and he didn't buy in the first 24 hours after clicking, then Facebook will classify him as a non-buyer, and Facebook will try to avoid putting your ad in front of people like him. But if you choose a 7-day conversion window while expecting that the majority of your sales will happen in the first day, then if someone clicked on the ad and didn't buy, Facebook will still continue to optimize and try to sell this person, which will cost you a lot because Facebook will be trying to sell people who are not interested. So let me sum up everything. I know you might be a little bit overwhelmed with all these information. If you think that the buying cycle of your products is 7 days, then you choose a conversion window of 7 days. If you expect people to buy your product within 1 day, then you choose a conversion window of 1 day. And if you don't know exactly, all you have to do is to split test. You run 2 ad sets with 2 different conversion windows and you see which one performs better. For me, I usually sell products between $30 and $1,000. So in 90% of cases, I use a 7-day conversion window. Well, it remains one decision to make, and this decision is between 2 options. Should we choose 7 days after clicking, or 7 days after clicking, or 1 day after ad viewing? If you think that people might be interested to buy your product after 1 day of viewing your ad, or buy it within the 7 days after clicking, then you should be considering this option. Let me give you an example. Let's say Adidas is putting an ad on Facebook to sell their new shoes. People might see the ad on Facebook and they can go to Adidas store without even clicking on the Facebook ad and buy the shoes in the same day. If you think that this scenario could happen with you, that one of your customers just after seeing your ad goes to your store without clicking on your ad and buys your product, then you should consider choosing the 7 days after clicking or 1 day after viewing option. But it's not easy to answer this question, so that's why in order to choose which one is better, you have to split test and figured out which one is truly better for you. Well, in order to not complicate your life, if you are a beginner, you can begin with 7 days after clicking or 1 day after ad viewing. Stay tuned with me and let's meet in the next lecture where we are going also to talk about optimization and ad delivery.